Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. Right, so we know of course that the government are planning to scrap LCWRA and make it part of the PIP process. Now a disability activist has done a Freedom of Information request to find out what the numbers are currently, so that they can work out what number of people will likely be affected when these changes take effect. And it's certainly very interesting reading, so I'm going to take you through this so that you can see it for yourselves. I'm interested to know if the government are already putting these plans into place, in terms of if they're already preparing the GWP for in terms of refusing these people in advance. So before the LCWRA is cancelled or thrown out, or whatever you want to call it, before that happens, are they already perhaps looking at who are they going to put on to this higher level of disability payment, which is going to be included in PIP and things like this. So anyway, before we go to the pictures I'm going to show you, on my other channel I'm going to be talking about the elderly, or the pensioners to be exact, who are going to be offered free tech to try and help them get online, which is going to be interesting. It's a new government initiative, so if you want to read more or hear more about that, then you can pop over to my other channel. I'll leave a link to it in the top description on the comments there, so you can see it for yourself. Let's take a look at the Freedom of Information request, and then I can ask for your comments down below. Let's take a look. Right, here we are. So it says, thank you for your Freedom of Information request. The one that we're interested in is, please provide current individual count of those currently in receipt of either LCW or LCWRA or ESA support group or WRAG, who have attempted to qualify for daily living PIP but have failed to secure that entitlement at their most recent attempt. Now the reason why they're doing this is because obviously the people in those categories in LCW and LCWRA are going to have to qualify for the daily living component of PIP in order to get the additional benefit when the LCWRA gets removed, gets abolished. So we'll have a look at the details. But first of all, if you look at the first one, it says, please provide the current individual count or most recently available count of claimants who are qualified under the substantial risk category for LCW, LCWRA and ESA. Now if you look down there, it says current LCWRA risk is 283,000, LCW risk is 82,000, ESA support group risk 219,000, and WRAG risk 15,000. Now that's important to see that number, because I'm going to show you now what the GWP's results have said. So in here it says claimants in receipt of LCW or LCWRA or ESA support group or WRAG who did not secure the daily living component in the latest PIP assessment. So those on Universal Credit LCWRA, 319,000 didn't secure daily living component in PIP. For LCW it was 90,000. In the ESA support group, 154,000 did not get the daily living component of PIP, and of the WRAG, 21,000 didn't get it. So what you're seeing there is that people who are trying to get the daily living component of PIP are not getting it. In the LCWRA, limited capacity for work, and the ESA support group, a high number of those are not getting the daily living component of PIP, and that means they're going to be paid a huge amount less than someone who would. So that goes to show you that, you know, even people who are in the support group in ESA are not qualifying for the daily living component of PIP, and obviously that's a bit of a concern. And so when you're looking at this sort of situation, you're saying, well, okay, the government want to merge these assessments and just go with the PIP assessment. That means that that number of people will not get it under the situation they're looking at the moment, because they're currently getting it under ESA and Universal Credit, but when it moves over to the one assessment for PIP, it looks like a lot of people who are currently getting it won't get it, and that's a very big concern. And certainly it's something which the person who put this freedom information request in wanted to share. So that's why I've done this video, so it can be shared to as many people as possible, so that they can see this concern. But I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section, of course. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is a preemptive situation, that this is going to go really badly when they get rid of LCWRA, because people who you would think would qualify under the situation they're in would not qualify when it changes over, and this is a way to get people out of the system, get the benefits bill down? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Please do subscribe if you've got this far to help move the channel forward, and I'll see you next time.